Woosah. Welcome to Woosah. It is November 22nd, 2023. We're at mastervibration13.com. And we're listening to sounds that are going to resonate with our third eye chakra. This is the topic that we're going to be discussing today that we started last week, perception. How has religion affected your perception of life? How has it shaped your mind? Because, see, religion was grounded in you before you even got here. Yes. Whatever your parents believed, whatever they really were into, that went right into you. And this system has been at play for over 100 years. So it's been a long time. This is not your first time here. And so in this lifetime, you're able to get it all. And today we're focusing on this topic that is, it could trigger / stimulate you. And hopefully that it does. Stimulates you to learning your truth. I am Minister SEG13. And I'm joined today with Minister Solution.
Greetings.
Minister Ready.
Greetings.
Minister Oyeyemi.
Greetings.
And we have Minister Jameson in the chat. Ache. JBZ.
Yes.
So, I am Solution. You want to go ahead and kick it off for us?
Yes. We thank you, Most High, for gifting us this time, this place, this space to claim this energy as protected energy, as forgiving energy, as freeing energy, as evolving energy. We thank you for this and all that you are gifting us. Ache 13.
Ache 13.
Yes.
Amen. Amen Ra. Ma'at. And there's another one that Minister Oyeyemi says. And we say all of the different ones because it is important how you call to your source. It is important how you feel comfortable saying what you have to say at the end of your statement in your conversation with the Most High. Most people have grown up with amen, amen.
Assumed words to use.
And they come from somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking and being responsible or thinking of being responsible to what we're saying and what we're doing. It is imperative to research and look up these things so you do know what you're bringing into your existence.
And I would say that this is the effect
Yes.
that religion has had on us. I know the effect that religion has had on me.
Yes.
It has made me research absolutely everything, because ever since I was a little girl,
We didn't define religion.
we're gonna go
That's
into
what
that. We're gonna go into that.
Yes.
Let's before we even get into the whole discussion, let us go ahead and define. While you find the definition
of perception right here.
of perception, and do you got religion also?
I can get religion.
We're also going to, I want to give you just some information. We're listening, like I said, to the sounds of the third eye chakra, also known as the Anja, also known as a wheel. This is an energy center that exists in absolutely everyone. This is information that is common to some people in some parts of the world, to some religions, but in Western, what are we in the Western?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're
They're saying the wealth is moving to the east.
The wealth is moving to the east. That's what they're saying.
And wealth can be your health. Obviously, it can be
the knowledge, the information, the wisdom. Yes. Absolutely, 100%. So the third eye chakra is considered to be the sixth chakra in the body. This chakra is located. It's funny because I'm reading it to y'all from healthline.com, and it's funny how people make sure they don't want to take accountability. So they're saying it said, but this is in fact an energy center that exists in your body. So this chakra is located in the center of your head, parallel to the middle of your eyebrows. It's believed to be linked to perception, awareness, and spiritual communication. And I'm going to say that it is linked to perception, awareness, and spiritual communication. This energy center in us is very, very, I mean, they're all important, right? Everyone plays a significant role. But right now, in this time, this role is so significant because of where we are in time. And so going back to religion, I'm in a solution. What is the definition of religion so that everyone is clear?
The definition of religion from Google. Religion, the belief in and worship of a superhuman, that's underlined, power or powers, especially a god or gods. So I say it again, the belief in a worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods.
And then there's another...
a particular system of faith and worship.
Okay.
And then a pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance.
And that's really important there. And you can also go deeper and go to the etymology of it as well. But let me just say that religion is what you practice, is what you believe. It is something that is incorporated in, it's supposed to be incorporated in your entire life and system. People in the Western world have compartmentalized religion to be something that is practiced on a Sunday or Wednesday, or, you know, it's a thing that just happens on certain days. And so what is happening now in our world, the realization that we're coming to is that spirituality is marrying the physical. So now your spirit body is coming in its fullness to your physical body if you choose it, right? And so this spirituality, this religion of your spirituality is something that is happening not on Sunday, not on Wednesday, not to say that it's not happening on those days, but it's happening 24 hours a day, every second, with every breath you take. And so this is important to know because in our systems, and okay, so when I say that your religion and your belief may be triggered, it's because that has been done on purpose, because we have been taught to follow and to believe in something outside of ourselves and to protect it, defend it, and bring other people to it. And if you don't do that, then you will die and burn in hell. Most religions teach this force that exists outside of us is going to punish us, that this control, this fear, this, if you don't believe in this, this is what's going to happen to you. And so this topic specifically of perception has come about because last Sunday we were, and let me just say this, Ministries, what is happening in Infinity Ministries is the respect of every individual that has a soul. Every individual that has a connection to their source, no matter what it is that they call it, is to be respected. It's to be respected no matter what. Even if you don't fool with it, you must respect it. Because some of y'all don't want to fool with the so-called devil. But y'all sure as hell respect it, because there's a lot of people that are in fear of this devil.
They even vibrating in that. Well, that's it. You're vibrating low if you're in fear.
Yes. And when you are vibrating low from your root chakra, it is very difficult to get up to the higher ones, to the higher energy centers. Because when you're rooted in a foundation of low vibrational energy, then that's what is the common vibration in your life. And we have been,
it becomes a behavior.
Absolutely.
I forgot they say that, routine, then
absolutely,
then behavior. Now it's a life. Now it is your existence.
It becomes it's an energetic pattern that is rooted in your root. So when this starts to happen, you have to do the work to undo everything that's been done. And this is what we're doing now. Let me also state that this information, the information that comes through your creators, there's a lot of people, and we know this, and we're definitely going to have a topic on relationships. However, there are a lot of people that have come to this realm via abuse, rape, molestation, just manipulation.
Who hasn't been abused?
Exactly. And so what I'm saying, and when I say this rape too, is not necessarily, and I guess physical. I need to probably mind that. I guess you're not supposed to use those words if this is going public, but whatever. This is definitely being recorded private in our layer. So if anybody who doesn't get this on other channels could definitely come to mastervibration13.com and get what it is. So when you are in a relationship, maybe you are in a so-called loving relationship, but whatever thoughts your significant other is having about you deep in their soul, that is what's coming out. So if that person is not really loving you, if that person is abusive, if that person is only checking for you sometimes, all of this energy is building up in the being. And when you ejaculate, that's what's in there. And then when you receive that ejaculation into your womb, into your system, that's all of that. It's like we're like, think about a computer. Like, think about that energy going through and touching everything, and it just glows up and does what it does. And it depends on your where you are to receive that, what it is that comes out. And so I'm saying all of that to say I could get really deep into that topic, but
just when you think about it real quick, when you said that, it is about being aware and acknowledging accountability, responsibility to every single aspect of life. Yes. Is a part of this. Yes. It's never off.
No.
It's never off.
You're always working.
You're always. So it's like, whoa. When you're saying this, I'm thinking the responsibility that your energy is just like your perception. Mm-hmm. It's everything.
Absolutely. And it affects your whole life.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to. You were just talking about how the what is maintained in the man going into the woman.
Yes. And it's always you. You're the creator. You're the co-creator of your life. So your vibration and how you feel about things is dictating what's going to happen in the future. And this is from your subconscious mind. So this is not anything like, because we got a lot of people that be like, oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. But see, do they feel like a millionaire?
You're not vibing because you're not vibing that because you telling me that you got a car payment and and man, it's hard. And
you're complaining about everything.
So, but you tricking yourself.
You're tricking yourself. You're lying to yourself.
You played yourself.
You played yourself. So the religion aspect of it. So what our parents believe goes into our system, right, through inception.
Makes sense.
And then when we grow up, it gets confirmed. First, you get slapped by I don't know if they still do that, but you used to get slapped by the doctor. Now what
I'm
they
sure
do?
they still slap you.
No, now the slap turned into an injection because every child gets injected when they come into they jab your ass when you get in here. So that penetration is already starting to affect your system as this is okay. This is the way it goes here. I'm in control. Somebody had me. They're doing this. And, so there's an energetic world inside of your body that is speaking to itself, to each other, all of the cells in communication. And we have no idea what they're talking about because we've never learned about ourselves. And in this side of the world, we don't. So when we come into this world in the system and the parents are, taking us to church, doing this or whatever, so that keeps getting grounded in. And then what happens is when you grow up and then you start finding your own religion, right? Oh, so now you grew up Catholic.
You start questioning.
Yeah.
That's what it is. My grandma, Mary Lou, used to melt. It's so funny. As far back as I can remember, my grandma has just always been this spirit that just was not having it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you tell her something, man, you just got to show it. I will never forget this nice Cuban man would come over with his Bible and his family.
Uh-huh.
And my grandmama would make him so distraught that she just can't just eat it. Don't worry about what I put in it. Don't worry about how I got here. Just eat it. My grandma would be like, no. And I'm using an example.
Uh-huh.
This is how the Bible was, how she was. And they would do this for at least 2 hours every time he come over. And I'd just be like, wow.
But they were from the same church?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it was just interesting to see how her opposition or her questioning was received by him. Because it's like, don't question this, okay?
Right.
Just can we just move forward? And
right.
Let's just do something different.
Absolutely. That's the way.
I'm like,
that's what we do.
And as a kid, I used to be like, man, does my grandma, she don't like the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they would be arguing, but she would just be saying, well, I don't get it.
Right.
And that's one of the main things that I would say was my challenge out the gate. And I assume it's most people's, because it's when you're hearing something as you're reading it, and it's built on whoever says it, it's their interpretation of how they say it. So it's like, man, we talking about infinite number of variables, right?
But the one thing that everybody does know in any religion is that
they know it,
that you
100%,
you fear. That you're fearing, and this is why you're acting. This is why you got to tell everybody. This is why you got to bring people into the rain. I used to invite Jehovah's Witnesses to the house all the time, and I asked them a lot of questions, and they weren't able to really fully answer my questions. I went to Baptist church. I was raised Catholic. I went to Pentecostal church. I went to when I was in my search, and here's what happens when you're in your search as an adult. Then the energy, the control that this system has had in you in terms of what religion is, what happens is you attach that same energy to another religion. So you get a little more comfortable with, okay, well, I'm a little more comfortable with Baptist because I like the music and it makes me feel good. So, okay, I could take that. Right? And so now I'm in Baptist church.
Tyler Perry.
Huh?
We can watch Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry showing me that, look, it's good. This makes me feel good. I'm comfortable with this. And so then you attach to another belief system that is comfortable in some ways with your own. But again, it's something that somebody else gave you. Right? And so then you start, I have a sister who became an Israelite. And she was full on into that world. Did she really know about it? No, but it told her what to do, and she was accustomed to being told what to do by this system, and so it made it easy. It makes it easy for all of us to follow a different form of religion when we're accustomed to being told what to do and how to do things. And so in this era where we're all awakening to a new paradigm, a new awareness of who we are, there are some people that are going within to find what their true religion is. And so for me, for example, my religion is myself, the study of myself, recognizing and really practicing on this connection that I have with Most High, with the universe, with Mother, Father, God. That is my religion. And in my religion, I just live my life, and it's every day. And I'm not hiding from anyone with anything that I do. I'm private. However, I am who I am. And my God, Most High, that is with me in every second, lives inside of me, knows that. So I know that I made this whole thing really long. I was trying to get into why this topic today was so important, because I was stimulated by someone else's religion. I was very stimulated, and it stimulated because it connected with my husband, right? And so last week, we were checking out a service, and this is why I came into this whole long story. We check out Minister Beckwith, Reverend Beckwith from Agape. You may have known him from The Secret. We don't connect with him for that reason at all. It's just the words and the energy that he delivers is very powerful. And so he had he had a service that we checked out last week. And in that service, he was talking about some really powerful things. I'm not going to get into the whole gist of it, but it was so moving that I'm in a solution was like, I'm going to send this out to some friends. I'm going to send this out to some people that I feel will appreciate this information. Because when it comes to, information that we feel that is going to uplift somebody, why not share it? People share so many other things all the time.
You should not share it because it could be manipulating someone. You should not share it because you could be upsetting someone. You should not send it. You should not send it because it's the gambit. But they don't care whatever they give you.
Yeah,
it's interesting. It's like the system, the whole environment cares not what they give to you. And I got accused of trespassing, but you said I sent it out, and
so he sent it out
with love.
With
no expectation.
And here's the thing, when you send something out, and this is why I said to friends and people that you care about, because I'm going to tell you this, there are some people that if anybody in my circle sends me anything, I look at it, I read it, because I know that if they are sending me something, I'm talking about my circle, people that know me. So if you sending me something, I'm going to pay attention to it because there's a reason why you're doing that. And you took the effort to think of me and give me that information. I know that my circle of friends and the people that I connect with are not like the quote unquote Facebook friends and Twitter and all of that stuff. Because we know that there's people that are constantly bombarding us with information that is not beneficial and that is meant to keep us in a low vibration. But your circle of friends, that's not... but here we are in a time where everybody is being separated and people are being shown who everything and everyone is. And, when you have someone that has been in your circle of friends for lifetimes, it will trigger you when something happens. It will stimulate you emotionally. And so.
And it's interesting when you think about something stimulating you, these situations, and it's about us being aware and looking at them, how consistently and how routinely are they happening in your relationships or your existence? It's like that you feel uncomfortable, that you feel like, what? That ain't... even if it's disguised, because that whole friend... We did a great show, and I don't think people got it. Removing the labels. Friends, family, whatever labels, titles you want to have things, they have certain connotations. And we make excuses. we do all these different maneuvers to maintain these energies that, if you want to call them high or low, are they good for you?
Right. And everything is being purged out. So what's not good for you is not good for you. And I'm going to keep it 100. This individual has been, and we're not going to say any names or anything like that. It's absolutely not about names.
That. That's the great thing
about it. It is about the lesson.
It's about, yes. It's about, we want to start. I'm just suggesting this. For me, it has really cleared up some things. I don't care about names, titles, degrees, none of that stuff. It's an energy. What is this energy? Describe this energy, assess this energy, and then go from there and leave that name out of it. Once you're just looking at that energy, man, it's tough. But hey, family, it's tough.
When it comes to the perception of religion, and we're going to tie it in together because this is what happened in the email that was sent out. I guess that, I don't know if it was
sent, and it was sent to, if I have to say this, it was sent to Muslims, Mormons, Christians, Hebrew Israelites, the full gambit.
Because we feel that if you are grounded in your own religion, why would you be offended at somebody else's religion? And that's part of the fight that has been happening in this space. And it stops now. It doesn't have to be like that. It won't be like that anymore.
Well, the other thing, too, I think that we've gotten into is somebody has to win. Right. Somebody has to be right.
Yes.
And for me,
my God is the right God.
For me, about all of this, everyone, y'all all right. If y'all listening, y'all all right all the time, because this is your choice,
and it's your experience.
And
with
I respect
the Creator.
that. I'm right too, though, and I'm gonna stand my ground. Yeah.
And so what happens is that people will enforce their religion on you and will judge you for your choices because they're in a position where they feel that their way is the right way. It's the only way. And if you don't do it this way, then boy, oh boy, are you going to pay dearly with your soul.
But their exhibition shows you, everyone exhibition or how they speak shows you their existence, shows you if they are that climber that went up the side of the mountain and forgot his chalk and just said, man, I forgot my chalk. But you know what? Let me lean into this infinite power that is in me and going up this piece of rock like it ain't nothing.
Well, somebody's going to say that's a little cray-cray.
And then you got this other one who going to start tripping out, peeing on himself. I forgot my chalk. I can't turn around, screaming, hollering, acting like a banshee on the side of the mountain.
Right. That's
who do you want to be?
Yes.
Who are you?
I want to be that person that just climbs.
But please believe me, I hear and I see you all. So you showing me and I'm listening, and I always have. That's what's cool about it. So to bring it back, your words and your behavior beyond what you say is a reflection of
your religious belief.
Your religious belief, your perception.
And it doesn't have to be about, when I'm talking about shifting those religions, like I'm gonna take it back to the example of if I was raised Catholic, and had all of these systems in me, then I'm going to continue to keep finding other systems, outside systems that are going to make me feel comfortable,
supported.
That are going to make me feel supported. Yes. And so being by yourself in your belief system, it is the most challenging thing that you could ever do. Ask Buddha, ask Jesus, ask any of the other prophets that came down, ask Isis, ask,
You know what? That makes total sense, because when you think about us all being energies, we're constantly coming into other energies, and energies, it's just science. Every energy is looking to gain comfort in the relationship of existence. So in this relationship of existence, they are forging. They're not even trying. They're trying to get comfortable. Right. But in their comfort, they're infusing their energy. They're distorting you. They're contorting you. They're twisting you. They're choking you because you're accommodating them and bending to their will.
Absolutely.
And it's like, whoa, you don't even know it. Just think about everybody that you come in contact. I'm not saying disrespect. I'm not saying trespass. I'm saying just stand your ground and maintain your ground then. But how do you do that? Are they talking to you about that in these other
religious organizations? Absolutely not. Yeah, they talk about prayer and they talk about different things. And again, it's not all of them. But, this topic came to light because we all need to consider where everyone is in life. And if you respect yourself, then it's easy for you to respect others. And your disrespect of others shows the evidence of how disrespectful you are to your own being. And I'm saying if this particular individual, back in the day, we had a thing. And anyone that knows us, I don't like to say names. I don't like to talk about my background and where I've been and who I know and all of these different things. But I will say that back in the day, and I'm only saying this for reference, back in the day, there was a time where when somebody pissed us off, when somebody did something that just irritated my soul, I was going to let him have it on air. And Wyclef Jean, I will say that name, because it was the biggest beef on Twitter, right? And that was us who did that. And I'm not saying that for bragging. I'm saying that to say that we have gotten to a point where that doesn't have to be done at all because people know what they do. At that time, man, we called him out. We called Wyclef out. We read letters that he wrote. Like, we put his ass on the spot where he had to come back and apologize on live radio.
Mighty Mafia was on his $dollar sign, and I was loving it because I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, everybody gives so much attention to these folks. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get famous if that's a big deal. I'm gonna get famous,
and that's where I'm
gonna holler at him.
And that's what it was at that time. But that's not where we are today.
What does that mean?
So today, it's a different way that we go about moving in this energy, and the reason why, because I know that you guys feel it right now. There is a sense of the energy here is heightened. It is Woosah Wednesday, but I know you feel a vibration that is happening in this podcast that comes from a space of, I can't even define it, but you know that it is a stern place that is coming from, where it's like you have to take this energy when you get.
I would say it's calm. I would say, if I had to describe it, but it is that for me, it's calm fury. Like when I get in the ring, it's like I want to see everything. I want to hear what the trainer is telling his fighter to do. I want to hear his family talk. I mean, I be hearing everything like, and I'm loving it because I'm taking all in and I'm ready to strike. I mean, I'm ready, but I'm imbalanced and I'm calm, but I'm comfortable and I'm not to be manipulated, because why do I need to be manipulated? I know who I am. I'm Most High's energy.
And so we are wanting to make sure that this energy comes back into full balance, but that people recognize that when it comes to your belief system and what your religion is, this is something that you don't have to fight about it. You don't have to force somebody to believe in what you believe in, because if you believe it, that should be enough for you. I will leave this earth today completely comfortable where I stand with Mother, Father, God.
That's big. Ask yourself that question. Are you good right now? After yesterday, but no, even before that, I'm just playing. I am good.
And he's saying after yesterday because what
We'll
happens
talk about
is,
that too.
and we're definitely going to talk about that. Yesterday we spent the day with Jim and John. We were in the ocean, and there was a lot of information that was coming. Because see, what's happening in everybody's getting challenged. Everybody is getting challenged. There is not one person on this earth who is not.
And if you're a champion, you're supposed to. And you're supposed to want to defend it. I'm good.
But how are you defending is the...
Because your comfort is all going to always be defended when you think about it. When you vibing, is you vibing? Okay, well, are you? Is that really you? Are you really high? Are you really going to be in love? I'm going to send something at you. I'm going to send something to you. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to check you. I'm going to see if you really about that. If you really fortified.
That's what they call the Satan, aka the ego. And so this is something that is everyone on the planet is being triggered right now because the powers that were are wanting to, they're pushing that button because they've already made people, programmed people to operate from their lower energy centers. From the root and the sacral only. They want to keep you fighting. They want to keep you in fear in that root. And so that's everyone is being stimulated in that area now. And so it is important to know this information that if you are grounded where you are, then nothing will sway you. Nothing.
And you can take in energy. Do you know? Well, I won't say, do you know? I feel the most effective fighter is the fighter that I get in the ring and is adaptable. It's like the fighter that's like water. Man, I can't grab him because he's slipping through my hands. I can't corner him because he's slick and he slips. So with adaption, you gain adaption, but in my opinion, by being experiencing information, experiencing different techniques,
practicing.
Mm-hmm. If you're just sitting in one, I don't want to be a fighter that all I got is a jab and no movement. I don't want to be, but that's where I would say that people are kind of existing now that with these, these examples that I use, it's like you're a one skilled fighter in your spirituality. I just want to be able to have a little bit of everything and figure out what works and just stay in zero. Because who does actually know 100% complete whole the entire gambit of information that it involves whatever you want to call it, religion, spirituality, self-mastery. Who has that? It's some people that say they do, though. A couple of my friends, a couple of people that I associated with, they got it.
The whole point about this is that everyone needs to have their own formula of how things work.
Yes.
And be comfortable with that and be confident in that without needing the validation of other people to justify your religion, what it is that you believe. And if you come across others that are not on the same frequency as you just move away. That's it.
That's energy. You're supposed to. But that's the thing, too. I know the time is about up. It's so funny because when you think about it, perception is everything. Because I still didn't get to just talk about some of the lessons, but it just goes and it goes. And
talk about it.
It's just unbelievable. I lost my train of thought. But where we at? What's in the chat room? I heard some blings going on. Nothing. Is everybody lost? Just like what?
I want to ask.
Did we finish
our panel if they are clear? Because we talked a lot. There was a lot of release that was happening on this session, on this Woosah session, because when relationships are challenged, people react to that. And the closer a person is in your circle, the more it's going to affect your situation. And when those things happen, there is a release that has to happen. And we were able to take a release because we go, the ocean. The ocean is a form of healing that is like no other. And when you go there, it takes everything away.
It is.
If you allow it.
It is.
If you allow it. And so I want to ask Minister Reddy, did you follow Woosah Wednesday today? Because I know it was out there.
And it was way out there.
Yeah.
And out there in a number of ways.
Oh, wait. Where? Oh, are they there? Are you guys there? I'm Minister Reddy. I'm Minister Oyeyemi.
I was thinking, I'm looking at something right now.
Yes.
She fell asleep.
OJ. I was saying the gold liquid. I see it's just coming from far away, and then I see Reddy. She shadow boxing and jogging. So
no, we started a little tardy today, and not only that, we're always right on time. It is what it is, and we're gonna stay here. We're gonna do this until it's done. So if you gotta go. Anybody that's checking this out and has to go on and go. But I wanna pass the floor to my ministers for them to share in what has transpired, because there's a lot of release that is happening. And so I just wanted to make sure that the message was comprehended.
Definitely.
Oh, I lost you.
The message was comprehended. I feel that this is what Woosah Wednesday is all about. This is the reason why we have Woosah Wednesday. We used to have Woosah Wednesday among ourselves privately, and now it is something that we have open to those who are seeking a sacred space and want to hear from those who they can relate to in regards to what's happening, what's going on, what we're all feeling, the shifts, the vibration, the frequency. Everything was felt and understood. Yes.
Ache, gracias. I'm Minister Oyeyemi.
Greetings. I want to kind of touch back on what our Minister Lucia was speaking about, sharing. I'm a big sharer of things. And I shared the podcast, Woosah Wednesday, and the Grand Rising of the Matriarch with her sister. So she immediately said, "Oh, I should do a podcast." I'm like, "Sure," because everybody needs, everybody needs upliftment. So a couple of weeks later, she said, "Oh, well, can I get off work at this time? Can I give you a call?" I'm like, "Sure." So she called, and we're word sounding. And she's telling me she works 7 days a week, and and she's telling me all the distractions with the food and the water. I'm like, "Okay, how long am I supposed to?" And all of a sudden I said, "You know what, sis?" I said, "None of that is important." I said, "Whatever they're doing to the food, whatever they're doing to the water, you can't change that." I said, "But you can raise the vibration, your vibrational frequency up to no matter whatever they're doing, it won't affect you. I know it's a distraction and it's just to get you upset." I said, "Okay." So she started sharing what she was doing. And all of a sudden she said, "Well, I work 7 days a week." I'm like, interesting. Something is wrong with that, but I'm not going to say anything. That's her business. And then she goes on to say about how her family's calling her and she's telling them they're not supposed to be eating like that. I said, sis, sometimes you just have to give the wisdom and step back. Well, isn't that why you doing what you do to help somebody? I said, "Oh, no. Let's get this, not get twisted. On this journey, I came out to help myself."
Ache.
It was all about me. It evolved into a service. I said, but even in that, I'm very cautious about how I approach my practice and my service. I don't tell people what they got to do. I don't tell people how they got to do it, because in actuality, I'm not their God.
Mm.
If she goes on, I say, it's just no offense, but I don't want to hear this. She got upset. What do you mean? You know what? You always been difficult. I said, but you called me. I didn't call you.
These energies.
Oh my goodness. Man, and it's crazy, because like this individual that we're talking about, this person,
we're really not. Well, we are talking about him, but we're just talking. We're talking about a
right.
situation.
I'm just saying it because she shared her situation.
Right,
and I'm going back to what we were talking about and relating to that. That it's like individuals will say, they're people that do call you for assistance, and so you build a rapport with them where you're sharing information and stuff. But then all of a sudden, a person gets triggered and they're not able. Yep, everybody has a limit, and they're not able to really even communicate what that is. You
touch the program. You hit their program limit. And once you hit that,
and at that point, there really is no resolve except for detach and move away from it. Right. Really, really, because people want to fight. People are they're that energy right now.
If you don't fight for it, then are you really? They thinking that, but I'm not trying to fight with you about it. And if I'm speaking for our minister Odeyemi, I would say that I believe she's sharing, and you take from it what you appreciate and discard what does not suit you. And if it was a waste of your time, please excuse me for that. That's how I feel about it. I know I'd be like, man, I'm gonna let them. I had one friend that says, we as a people, we just don't get the type of information that allows us to benefit like all the other ones.
No, we just don't
like,
use
wow. I said, man, I'll be sending you this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's an infinite amount of excuses for the existences that we maintain.
And that working 7 days a week sounded like a whole hell of a lot of excuses for me, because don't we all got 24 hours in a day? Every single person, like if you want to consider time, right? Because we know that we ain't even going to get into the discussion of time, but everyone in this matrix is aware of their 24 hours that they have that they're functioning in. Some of us are not really functioning in any time like that at all. However, those that are know that time has to be, everybody has time to do what they want to do.
And
they desire, what
watch
they
the
choose
games,
to.
Play the games. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you one thing about people that are wanting to do podcasts and are wanting to share this information. That's why it's there for people to express themselves and for people to do it. But you're always going to set yourself apart by your consistency. So if your intention truly is that you're wanting to help other people, then you're going to make that commitment and you're going to make that time and you're going to do it. Because if you really, 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 really want to do it, you do it. And let me tell you this, those of us that are here on this panel right now, you know what? I'm only going to speak for myself. I did not choose to do this. I'm good at it. I'm great at it. I did not choose to do this. It chose me. Because you know what I'm comfortable doing? Being in my little space by myself where I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to project my energy or my vibe or my positivity or whatever on anybody. If it was up to me, I'd keep all this shit to myself. I surely would. But there is something that drives us, that makes us move, that inspires us to move. So I'm very clear on the fact that what is happening in me to do this every day, to get up and do the things that I do, is because it it makes me feel good. It is a service to myself that happens to benefit other people. And the reason why it comes out in a podcast is because I was told not to be selfish in the wisdom that I gain, and to share it to those that earn it. That's how come it don't have to be for everybody. If I just say what I have to say to one person, I did my job, and I can go back to my cocoon, and I don't have to feel no certain way about, oh, I have to give it to somebody else. Because if I gave it to one person, then I did what I had to do.
Yeah, I check. I'm learning that. And I am totally gaining the skill of releasing and detaching, and if it's not able to be heard, then I won't be speaking like that.
That comes from love.
I'm gonna get it on. I'm gonna get on. No disrespect, because here's what this is doing. In that, when I think about it, and that is natural science. Going back to science, that's all this is. Everything, most high science, all of science. It's just energies going and moving to where they're supposed to be. We not supposed to be existing on there. We not the same frequency.
Nah. So don't fight for it.
We think, no, I don't think we are. But it's so funny because these energies that keep coming back and they keep fighting for it. It's like, why are you fighting for it, man? It ain't gonna happen until I ain't manipulating no more. So you're gonna have to get this jab. You're gonna have to take this jab. Until you can figure out how to get around this jab or be congruent with my frequency, it ain't happening. And I ain't mad with you, because you need to go find some other people who exist like you.
Our religions, the religions that exist have caused people to be manipulated, to be, comfortable with being controlled. There are people today that you tell them, I got this, you can have $1 million. What will you do? What will you do with it? They have no idea. They have no idea what to do. They need to hire somebody to tell them what to do, because they don't know what to do. And so then when you do that, then you're accustomed to going outside and getting somebody to help you do what you need to do for yourself. We were bred that way, and it's up to every individual to come out of that. And it's not many. So here's the other thing too. It's like, I think people got disillusioned with these mega churches and thinking that you're not winning if you don't got like 1 million ass motherfuckers behind you cheering you on.
I don't even want all that fluff. And it's so funny because most people act like they don't want that fluff, but boy, they trying hard as hell to, boy, man, I see you, and it's funny because I don't really want that, but man, do you. Stop, you're playing yourself.
Don't play yourself.
It's just when you just playing yourself.
Here's another thing. I'm going to recommend this reading again. The Kabbalion. Check it out. The Kabbalion is the book that by the 3 initiates, and it was created before all the. When you look at any Bible, you're going to see the principles of the Kabbalion in there, and even before that. And I'm getting this message now, so I'm just saying it as I'm receiving it. But I am getting corrected that even before that are the laws of Ma'at, and it's more than that.
Well, that's interesting because the piece that we heard from Pastor Beckwith, he said before it was in print, before school, before we want to go back to essence. Yes. That's spirit.
Yes.
That's soul. That's timeless. That's infinite.
Ache, infinionaires.
But somebody got mad with me because I don't want to accept the label, and I'm
you need to get
denying
grounded.
my heritage. I'm just my manhood is just I don't know, bro.
I'm gonna say
it's so interesting because I know I exist in, well, I don't even say zero. I'm attempting zero, but just hearing it and thinking about it, I'm like, people would get very angry if they aren't in balance if they aren't, because it's like these words that are so-called triggering, but we say they stimulate us. I was stimulated, and I said, I better sit with this. I'm gonna breathe.
Of course, you were stimulated.
I said, I'm gonna sit with this.
And I'm gonna say this: it's like it is important to recognize when you're stimulated, and don't fight away from that emotion. Feel that emotion. Get angry. Get pissed the fuck off, and let that shit out. You don't have to be in your, people, that practice spirituality. They think, oh, you're gonna take a slap and you're gonna be able to turn your head. What? Look, I'm gonna tell you this. As long as you do not touch me physically, you don't ever have to feel nothing physically from me ever, right? But when it comes to my emotional balance, that's completely and 100% up to me. And so that's where that's where I have my fight with myself and these emotions and how I transform them. And when I transform those emotions, screaming might be in order, cussing and doing all that might be in order. And so I do that, but then it's released and it's transformed. And once that's transformed, then it's done. It can never stimulate, trigger me like that again. But when we hide those things and when we act like
it's not fortified in your being.
Nope, I'm good. No, it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah. I'm completely, and we tuck those feelings away. Who you saying that to? You are the one who has to deal with that energy. And that energy is going to show up no matter what. It's like when people are in a couple and like when I tell you, when I'm looking at you and I'm pissed off. And I'm looking at you and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good, Papi. I'm good. No, wait, because when I'm pissed, Papi can't come out my mouth. I'm good, Michael. I'm great. Things are fantastic right now. See, I could say it like that, but he knows me. He feels me. He knows what I mean.
I don't even know. Do you call me Michael when that happens?
Well, we don't really get into it like that so much to where I'm mad at you like that. Yeah. But like if I'm really in in not such a good place with you, now you're not getting no boppy lovey dovey nothing.
No, it ain't no.
You're getting I'm in a stir solution.
It's business.
It's a solution is still so much in love because when I'm mad, it's Thomas.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So this has been, we said we were going to go a little bit further. I do know that you have, some things that you wanted.
It was teaching points more so than anything. And it's this isn't one energy. Mm-hmm. This is a collection of energy.
Yes.
Juntao. I still need to talk about Juntao. People probably, what are you talking about? Juntao. Juntao, if you listening, when I see you, I know I don't know what you look like. I'm going to send you some love.
He's talking about a scammer because in this place that we're at, that's what inspired crazy. the whole theme of perception. Crazy. Because people will, they'll put on, a Gucci and carry a Louis and, with the red bottoms. And they think that that's going to, get them past this way that we're in the world right now.
Right.
But see, we can see you. And so all of these material things that you've gained and that you've done so that people could think that you are someone that you are not, it's not working anymore. Fake it till you make it was back then. That's not it. Now you let that soul glow, baby, because we can see you. Them glasses are off and we can see you before you even enter the room. Your energy is felt. So, and it's interesting that we're talking about it at this time during this energy of
and it's a lot,
what they call.
It's a lot of them, y'all. I mean, so it's more, I don't know. Is it more than? It has to be more than. Yeah, you're saying it's true. If you are called, whatever is chosen. So, yes, be aware. It is as you walk through the public, hold your energy, maintain your balance. It's about you controlling your environment. It's not about the environment infusing its energy on you, and you have to accept that. That ain't what it has to be. I stand down. Are we done? It's 10:30.
Ache, 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 ache. I would like to relieve you all from this woosah.
Yes.
And I would like to say that this whole conversation about perception is going to continue. I mean, we're going to have our topics and we're going to do that, but it is so important because the way that we perceive the world is how it's going to unfold in our lives. And recognizing that your perception of things has to do with something deeply rooted in yourself, that's the very beginning of it. And the only help that you can truly get, the only help that you can get is the help that you get when you choose to connect with Source in whichever way you have to do that. If for you it is going inside of a church building and connecting to that, then that's what it is for you, and you need to do that, right? If that's what it is for you. But here, and what we're doing at Master Vibration 13, it is about yourself. And so what we recommend is that you go to Mama, you go to Gaia, you go to the earth, you go hug a tree, you go in the ocean, you plant your feet on the ground, you sit under the sun, you do things that are going to give you immediate nurturing, immediate relief. And there's people that say, I've done that and I tried that. You haven't done it or tried it enough. Meditation is something that you must do every day, because you know how when you get up, the first thing you do is check on your phone and you got to check your messages and all of that good stuff. Well, change your perception on energy and how you see yourself, and look at yourself as being as God being the phone. How about that? And plug yourself into that source so that you can get your information and your food every day, your nurturing every day. Do that.
Ache.
I want to pass the mic one more time before we close this session. I'm Minister Reddy.
Yes. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks. Giving thanks for perception, whatever that perception may be for each one, for it is how we perceive ourselves and everything outside of ourselves. May we continuously work on our visions of how we perceive things and be aware of where our perception may be guided from. Is it from within, or is it from some place without, a place that's not within ourselves? Have our eyes open to see. Is your vision being manipulated? Pay attention to how you see things and what it is you're seeing. Give thanks.
Ache. I'm Minister Oyeyemi. Y'all hear that? Is that I'm Minister Oyeyemi's spaceship trying to take off before she?
That's the goal.
I'm Minister Oyeyemi. I hear your ship running, but
I see
I
see the buzz.
Yeah, you still with us? Oh, dang! I think
coming from a long way.
Oh, look, it sounds like it's going, huh? I think she left. Minister Jameson says, I had a long trip, so I couldn't type much, but I followed this conversation.
I appreciate you, JB.
We appreciate you. Minister Jameson.
Greetings.
She came back. She turned the ship around. She made it. She turned the ship around and came back.
Love it.
Something, I have this this phone, I refuse to buy another phone. So it does whatever it wants to do, and I'm going to allow it to do whatever it wants to do because I'm not buying another one. Can you repeat the question, please?
I was just saying if you had any last words about perceptions before we close it out.
Well, I think you all touched on everything. It's just, I think it's very imperative that we realize that religion is man-made. It was given to us to suppress and oppress. But when you truly know who you are spiritually, then you can transcend and evolve everything. So just because you might be a Catholic or you might be a Christian don't mean that we can't sup together.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I truly find so disheartening. How many people have been killed in the name of Christianity, have been slain in the name of Christianity? But yet, we can't see that divinity is so far, so much. Well, what did people do before there was Christianity? So I'm just saying that, can we all just get along?
Yes. Ache, thank you for that.
Ache.
I wanna remind everybody that I'm Minister Reddy and I'm Minister Odeyemi are live every Friday at the Grand Rising of the Matriarch at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check them out on Friday. I'm Minister Solution. Do you have any last words about perception and what we discussed today? What do you want to leave us with?
In closing, I just want to thank all the possibilities and opportunities. That's what I'm going to call these energies from now on, for me to expand, evolve, and exist as the solution.
Ache. And I want to send love and respect to all, everyone who has ever had anything to do with our existence and our journey.
Yes.
Thank you so much. There is no bad. There is no every challenge is received. And I want to say thank you for your donation. The Smokadocious Layers Eye Ministries.
Yes.
So
Ache.
we appreciate all of the support.
Yes.
If anyone is interested in assisting this vision and moving forward, you are welcome to send a donation to $ S as in Sam, E, G as in girl, the number 13, the word love, LOVE. That's on Cash App. You can also do it to PayPal to iMinistries. And if you want to do it through mail, you can send a text to 818-233-5776, and we'll let you know how to do it that way.
Oh, I'd like to also shout out the Great One Studios and the Great One Estates for their support during the tour, and the Papasan production. Yeah, Papasan production. We would
yes
during the when we were in Napa and their support, and yes, this has been a number of
absolutely.
Yes.
And I do want to say one thing, because we are talking about the third eye chakra. So I want to share one thing that we're doing, and we're on a Master Vibration 13 self-healing tour, Infinity Mission, and we are raising awareness of our mission to create our our second physical sanctuary, Master Vibration 13 Sanctuary. And in that sanctuary, it's going to look just like, how you see at Master Vibration 13, how it's all about the 13 energy centers and this chakra system. And so the sanctuary is going to be made in that same form. So when you go for healing in your third eye chakra, you're going to walk into this huge dome that is of the color of azurite, and it is going to have everything that's needed in there for that specific energy center. It's going to have, painting and drawing, visualizations and different things that are going to be happening in that space for that healing. Because what we're doing is we're creating a space where people are going to be able to go in there and spend time there and be aligned when they come out. And this is not something that that people could just pay to get into. This is a private organization, and people have to earn everything. And your energy and who you are and what you practice is what's going to get you in, And so this is something that's been in the works for over 15 years and even longer than that. And this is our first time now that we're really coming out with it and sharing some of the information with people so that they can learn about it. If you would like to know more about the Cell Center and the Master Vibration 13 Sanctuary, you can send a text to 818-233-5776. Information is only given to those who are participating and who are supporting it. And supporting it does not necessarily mean a financial contribution. Here at Master Vibration 13, you're the money. I ministers, infinionaires, you are the money. We're the money. So your energy is way more than any greenback that you could muster up. Did y'all know that them greenbacks is going to hell?
That's a perception.
That's a perception too.
The debt notes you're walking around with in your pocket.
But see, look at me, making it longer than it has to be. Solution, take us out. Oh, wait. Minister Jameson says, now it's just leaning into Mother, Father, God's system. And I didn't read what he said before. This is Minister Jameson. I definitely let Christianity and left Christianity and went into a temple looking for another system subconsciously. Ache, thank you for that confirmation. He says now is just leaning into Mother, Father, God system and no other system. I thank y'all. And we thank you, Minister Jameson.
Yes.
Ache. We are changing our worlds, Ache.
Yes.
Gracias a todos por estar aquí con nosotros hoy.
We thank you, Most High, for gifting us this time, this space to come, to forgive, to love, to honor, to detach and evolve and expand. We thank you for this opportunity as we enjoy this existence. Ache 13.
Ache 13. Adiós.
Adios.
Woosah.
Oh.